This may be a bit unorthodox, but I think it'll work. Hold on. Glued to the phone, who do you know? Don't know what to do you check Willy Woo? But you gotta get focused, ignore the jitter. On chain TA, plan B, Twitter. Price nice, not nice, I don't know. My eyes glow, looking at the stock to flow. Hodl, go full throttle. Find my will on a paper and a bottle. I scribble this riddle with as little as 12 words. What's the price? What's your self-worth? Dogecoin maybe, Bitcoin yes. Now my friend, it's time for the test. But even over time it would not be a failure. Remember the words of Michael Saylor. Listen, Bitcoin is a bank in cyberspace. Monetary energy, core of the earth. Doubles every year. Listen to my words. Selling doesn't hurt. Selling is absurd. It's like cutting off your wings, but you wanna be a bird.
Alright, my lovely people, let's get some answers out there. So I've got loads of questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and answer them as much as possible, and I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible, right? Okay, so let me start off with Binance, right? Somebody asked me, is it possible to see every single order for Binance? Yes, you can. You go, if you're using the mobile phone app, hit the more button. There's a button that says more, hit that, and then you see orders. And from there, you can see all your transaction history. You can see exactly to the right penny, how much fees you paid, what currency you paid with, if you've sold, if you bought, whatever. You can see everything on orders, right? That's where you will see that. So that's that, but only if you buy with fiat, then it's a different story. I think you have to go to the fiat transaction section. So there's for the fiat currency, you got transaction, and for anything buying on the exchange, you go to the orders, right? That's where you will see everything, right? All your orders will show up there. So I hope this kind of helps you. So I just wanted to get that one out of the way, and let's move over to the next one, right? Let's talk about time frames, right? So one of the brother just asked recently, he said time frames on some of these coins that are going to pump, that have got good potential, right? Now what you have to understand is time frame is quite a hard thing to do, especially during a parabolic move, right? So the moment BTC went below 50, right, and this you have to understand, this is why the 50% dominance level is very important, right? So when BTC went below the 50% dominance level, altcoin season started officially. I mean, ask any pro, they will say the same thing to you. I mean, who was it? I was watching him the other day. He mentioned something. He said, look, the altcoin season didn't come. We've been waiting for it since 2017, right? Or end of 2017 and 2018. And it's true. This is exactly what I've said as well. I said, look, everything else in between has been a bit of a pump and dump, but it's not the altcoin season. The official altcoin season only arrives when BTC dominance drops. I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. Anyway, but yeah, so the altcoin season has started. Now, what happens during the altcoin season is crazy. You'll have massive pumps on individual coins. It's like a group of people, we don't know who, right? But it's like a group of people come together and they all come along and they say, right, okay, we're going to pump this coin today. And that's what they do. They pump whatever coin they feel like. They're going to pump the life out of it and then take out the money and put it back into BTC. So what you're going to be seeing right now, BTC price probably go sideways, right? Which is good. We want it to go sideways. I would say 2-3 weeks. We need 2-3 weeks of sideways action. So we might have another red candle. So another monthly red candle, which is also good, right, by the way. So, you know, it's good to see this. If you want to make money, and I've mentioned it on one of the previous videos, if you want to make money, you need to start looking, you want a BTC to go sideways. We don't want a 500k BTC yet, right? We want it to go sideways, because that's where we're going to make some serious money, right? So money, or BTC, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's up to you. But the point is as long as BTC dominance stays below 50, altcoins have a chance to take over, and altcoins are going to start pumping like there's no tomorrow, right? So when we're doing indicators and when we're doing charts and analysis, right, this is where chart analysis goes out the window, literally goes out the window. Every higher price target you're going to have, the pumps are going to beat them. They're going to smash them. They're going to obliterate them, right? That's what's going to happen. So we're literally sitting there like normally I would do, you know, I would do daily fibs and this and that. we will flip over to like 4-hourly fibs, because we could potentially see pumps every 4 hours, a massive pump every 4 hour, massive dump. That's how crazy it gets. These are the signs of the parabolic move, right? So we're going to see a surge of money going into altcoins. A lot of BTC is going to move into altcoins. A lot of Ethereum is going to move into altcoins. A lot of people are going to be farming the life out of it, right? And all of these altcoins or shitcoins or whatever you want to call them, they are going to pump like mad. When they do pump, they're going to do 50x, 100x, whatever, right? The point is they're going to pump like mad. Now, you have to be observant. So this is when some people kind of get caught out, right? Because this is more dangerous than not being in a pump, right? So I don't know. I mean, what I mean by this is like, it will catch you out. So a lot of the time you think the pump's over, but it's not, right? So then you've sold, and then you realize it's pumping even harder, and a lot of people have a lot of regret. What we say around this time, right, and the best thing to observe is the market cap, right? That's what you do. So this is when you forget your charts, right? You honestly just forget all your charts and everything, and you say, right, okay, I'm not going to look at the charts. I'm going to set my targets on the chart. Obviously, you use a chart to set your targets, but then you start looking at the market cap. Right now, your best friend is coin market cap, right? Is your best friend. The market dominance is your best friend. As long as market dominance stays below 50%, you're laughing, right? Everything will pump. If it goes above even by 1%, it's gonna mess you up, right? That's where you have to understand. So when you want to know the pump's over, it's when BTC goes back to 50%. Until then, it's going to pump. So I hope this kind of makes sense to you. So your best friend right now is market dominance. Have a look at the dominance. That's the only chart you need, right? Everything else you just use to set some targets for yourself. Now, so yeah, this is going to get crazy. This is a time where you'll find a lot of the guys, they will probably go back in. So this is what happens, right? Let me tell you how it happens, right? So just for example, they'll buy a specific coin, any coin, doesn't matter. They'll buy from, like, say, top 200, top 300, whatever. They'll buy a shit coin. They'll pump it, and then they'll dump it, and then they'll move over to the next one with the profits, right? And the initial and everything. So they'll be like, say for example, if someone put $1,000 in, they made $2,000. They will now take $2,000 and put it into another one and pump that until that becomes $4,000, right? And they will do that over and over again, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, right? Until we basically everything goes back into BTC. And this is what you have to understand. If everybody's thinking it's going to go back into USD or someone's bank, you're wrong. This is not what happens, right? Right now, what's going to happen is they're going to be shifting it. And also, I'm going to put a chart right here, right now. I'm going to put a chart, and I want you guys to understand and see what this chart is showing you. So this chart is particularly showing you the 2016 pump and where we were, and that right now where we are. It's showing you the exact same situation that we've had in 2016. So you can see that after 2016, the first move we've had, how far and how high we went, right? And this looks similar. So what's going to happen is we're going to also see this kind of a mood. So how do you think it's going to happen? BTC cannot alone, right? BTC cannot do 100k, 200k BTC. It cannot do it. Trust me. It's impossible for BTC to do it, because that means you have to put another $1 trillion into BTC, right? If we want to see 100k BTC, we need to put another $1 trillion in. But there's an easier way, right? That's what I want you to understand. And I've actually been trying to explain this so much, right? On pretty much all my videos, that if you want to see 100k BTC or even more, right? Whatever price you want to see, the altcoins are the place where you make the BTC, right? You pump it with the altcoin, you double your BTC, and you go back into BTC. That's how we're going to be seeing more and more prices on BTC. So fiat value doesn't matter, right? It's all about how much more BTC. Now, when, for example, altcoins, let me give you a good example, right? I hope this kind of makes sense to you. So just for the sake of this argument, you bought some shitcoin with 1 Bitcoin, and it pumped 100x, right? So 100% it pumped, and you ended up making 2 Bitcoins out of it. Now, this is the fundamental fact that a lot of people don't understand. How does the price move, right? What's that got to do with the price? Let me explain what's got to do with price. You're going on an exchange, and now you're selling your shitcoin, and in return, you're getting double the amount of Bitcoin. Well, guess what happens? We have a Bitcoin shortage, right? proper squeeze, right? There's not enough Bitcoin. I mean, last I checked, I think there's 1.6 million BTC available on exchanges. I mean, that could change. It changes daily. But that's all across the board. That's every single BTC available on exchanges. So imagine this, right? If, 1 million people go ahead and say, right, we want to, we've doubled our money, we want to take our BTC, and there isn't any BTC available, what happens then? BTC price shoots up. This is exactly what happens, right? So, once you squeeze the BTC out of the market and you're taking it back in profit, exchange has no choice but to sell. And who are they going to sell to? They're going to sell to the retail. They're going to sell to the people who are FOMOing in, who are thinking, oh, we almost missed the boat. Oh, this is going to go higher, because that's what's going to happen, right? But listen, the smart money, once they double, they're gone. They're gone. They ain't sitting around. They're going to hand it over to you and they're going to go. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to have a lot of bag holders who don't understand the market. A lot of bag holders who basically FOMO in on the top, who buy the green candle, right? Who buy the green candle and screw themselves over, basically. And listen, I've got loads of descriptions and links in the description as well. And also, I have a question for everybody, and the only way you can answer this question is not on the comments, right? Also, be aware of the comments. There are a lot of scammers there. In fact, someone's even coming up with my icon and everything and acting as if it's me. It's not me. I don't give my WhatsApp number on comments, right? So forget that. What I'm going to say to you, there's a question for you. So I'm going to leave a question. How do you know, on a red candle, right, where is the top of the red candle? That's the question. Where is the top of the red candle? And I want you to answer that. If you follow me on Twitter, answer it on Twitter. Let me see if you know, where is the top of a red candle? Where is the top of a green candle? We all know, right? But where is the top of a red candle? That's a simple question. Basic maths, right? I want you guys to answer this question for me. Follow me on Twitter and do this. So what we're talking about right now is these pumps, right? They're going to be like, this is what we call the parabolic move, right? Where BTC will be squeezed out of exchanges, altcoins will pump hard, everyone's going to be taking their profit, majority, trust me. If you think people are going to be like, okay, your retail, minority, maybe they're majority people, but minority money. Let me explain this way, right? The retail are going to be interested in their fiat value, because that's what they understand. Oh, I put a pound in, I made £2. Yeah. The institutions and the whales are not interested in fiat. Why would you want to mess around with fiat for when it's devaluing? Guess what they want? Your BTC, right? So that's what they're going to do. They're going to go back into BTC. BTC is going to pump, and I can tell you this much: we could easily see a 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x BTC once this parabolic move goes over. So that's when BTC goes parabolic. And guess what happens to the dominance? Boom, straight back up to 70-80% dominance. That's what's going to happen. So, everything's going to pump. And, I always say even Ethereum is an alt, right? In fact, yesterday I actually posted something on Twitter, and somebody was saying Ethereum to 3,000. It was Dan Held. Yeah, Dan Held. He said, he put a question mark and he said, Ethereum to 3,000 and a question mark. And I said, no, Ethereum to 5,400, right? So he never replied back. But the point is 5,400 is what I'm seeing right now. Okay, so, now that we're close to the 3K, we're going to break the 3K any second now. As soon as we do that, we are actually going to go and break the 5,400 mark. That's what we're looking at. That's the target. That actually is quite healthy. In fact, it brings it closer to about $500 billion market cap. Now, this is what I wanted to see, right? So we're going to be over $500 billion if we actually get there, and that's closer. That's closer to the target. But then once the money's moved out, Ethereum, I doubt. I don't think people are going to shift Ethereum into BTC. All right, I don't think that's going to happen. But I can assure you that every other altcoin out there, all right, and also some blockchains they might be holding, because there's a lot of blockchains. I would recommend people just to hold. Don't panic. Don't sell. Don't do nothing. If it doesn't move, don't worry about it. Trust me. All right, they are going to move. Right, when it's time, they are going to move. So the blockchain ones are good, right? And we're talking about like our Avalanche, our Polkadot, our Cardano, Tomo, a few other. There's so many different Rune chain, loads of different chains, right? We're talking about those. Those are different. Even Binance Coin is going to move, right? Binance Coin is going to move. So just hold on to them. But the alts, that's where you have to be very careful. You know, right now you have to be constantly adjusting your targets. When we hit the highs, and if we're moving even higher, you know, don't worry, carry on, right? Make the most of the pump. That's what you need to do right now. It's a very short-term thing. Make the most of the pump. So Ethereum, hold BTC, if you know, hold as much as you can, because it is going to make a move, right? And also remember, I made that video recently where I said have a look at your wallet. Well, it's the same thing right now. Whenever BTC dominance drops, have a look at your wallet and have a look if you've got loads of altcoins. Look how your altcoins is now showing more in BTC value. That's because that's what's happening, right? You know, yesterday I was actually talking to someone and talking to two people, and I had a quiz them a little bit. And what I did was I went on Binance, and on the homepage, you know, where you can see Binance price, Bitcoin price, and Ethereum price. So I showed it to them. I said, what do you see? And they're telling me what the price is, right? And I'm like, well, I don't see that. They're like, what do you mean? I said, I don't see that. They're like, they're confused, right? And I said, what do you see? And they're still telling me, oh, we see a $600 Binance, we see, you know, a $55,000, $56,000 BTC, we see a $2,900 Ethereum. I said, no, I don't see that. They're like, what do you mean? I said, well, I see a 5K Ethereum here right now for the short term. You know, I see, you know, for me, for the long term BTC, I see a 500K BTC here, right? Not 55K, I see a 500K BTC here. And for Binance, I see 1,000. And they're like, that's, no, you can't, the numbers. I'm like, exactly, because you're looking at the current thing, we're looking at the future, right? So what I'm implying here is, if you're gonna hold, right, if you got the patience and you got the wits to hold on for a little bit, you are gonna benefit the most, right? And that's what most people do. Also, another thing to mention, right, this is quite funny. One of the brother, he mentioned something. He said, you know, how much money he wasted on trainers and clothes and this and that, right? I'm sure he's referring to designers and this and that. And then he mentioned how he went to a normal shop, right? There's no harm. He went to a normal shop and he bought something and it felt good because he's putting the money in crypto. Bro, I'll tell you this here. This is quite funny as well, right? It's actually a habit I have as well, and I've seen other people do it as well. And funny, I actually picked this habit up from, there was a famous YouTuber called Casey Neistat, and I used to watch him. He's a famous vlogger, so I used to watch his videos, and he used to go and buy brand new Ray-Bans, and he used to bring it back to his studio, and he used to destroy the Ray-Ban, and then he used to wear it, right? And I like that. I like that. I mean, this guy's got millions, right? He's making millions. He buys a Ray-Ban and then he basically completely devalues it, right? Devalues it, takes everything, scratches the life out of it, and then he wears it. And he didn't say why he did it, but I understood why he did it. He didn't want to show people that he's wearing a Ray-Ban. He didn't want to show people how much money he's got. He wanted to be modest. That's what I believe, right? At least that's what I felt. So what I did, right, and I have done this, I'm sure you guys have seen me wearing my other jacket, the black one I wear sometimes on the video, right? There's a funny fact about that one. The day I got it, I actually pulled off all the labels. And people thought that's kind of mad. I said, no, I really like this jacket. It's really comfortable, fits me well, everything. And I don't want it to wear over time. I want it, like wear as in wear and tear, right? I don't want that. What I want to do is, now that I bought it, I want to make it unique by literally manually wearing it myself, like, you know, tearing it myself, right? So that's what I did. I literally just pulled all the labels off, all the signs off, all the stickers, everything, pulled it off, and it became a unique jacket. Obviously, people who know me, they know it's a brand new jacket, but people who don't, they think it's an old jacket, and that's good. But I feel good. I'm like, do you know what? I'd rather be, you know, be modest and be humble. Like, you know, you don't need expensive things. Honestly, you don't need expensive things. You know, clothes are clothes, a jacket is a jacket. Branding is just branding, right? I mean, there's a company like, for example, Supreme. They take, you know, standard clothes and they just stick Supreme on it, and then they make a limited number of versions, and all of a sudden it's like worth a lot more. What's the point, right? What's the point? It's stupid. I don't really understand it. So yeah, I mean, good on you. This is the life, right? That means you're starting to believe crypto, you're starting to trust crypto. And watch me, I'm not joking, the more time you spend in crypto, the more of a minimalist you're going to become. Because when you see the power, it's a whole different thing. And this is what a lot of people can't believe. So if I turn around today, for example, and go up to someone and I say, oh, I believe Bitcoin is going to be 500K, they're not going to believe it. They're going to say, that's a scam. That's a scam, right? How can you take 50K and make it into 500K? But they don't look in the past, right? It was only, less than 5K and it's now 50K. They don't look at that. They're going to say, oh, that's not possible. Well, it wasn't possible when it was 5K. And now you're telling me it's not possible when it's 50K, right? So, it is going to get there, right? So the point is you become such a believer that you're never going to cash out, right? Like Michael Saylor said, he's never going to sell it to Bitcoin. He's going to give it to, whoever, or he's going to donate it to his foundation or whatnot, right? It's beautiful. This is exactly what happens. You see the power and you realize that, oh my days, if I take it out, then on the next run, I'm going to miss it. That's what happens. So, there are opportunities, and of course, and also, I don't know if you guys realized the intro, that intro is was done by Ben Caselin on Twitter. I asked him for permission and he said to me, take it, bro. So I kind of modified it, made a nice little intro, made a nice little music video out of it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, share it with other people. It's kind of nice. I love it. That's why I said to him, I'm going to use it as my intro from now on. So I hope you guys like it, give your thumbs up and everything. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, guys, listen, right now, remember, right now is the time you want to be safe. I've been saying, like, be safe in the last few videos, and what I'm trying to say is right now things are going to get crazy. All right, things are really going to get crazy. So anybody who hasn't experienced the proper altcoin season, you're about to see it now. All right, everything else you've seen before is just a scam, right? It's just a scam. It's just other people wanting to make money, new launches, this, that. Those are just scams, right? And basically all altcoins are scams. If they want your Bitcoin, they're a scam, full stop, right? The reason I say this, and okay, let me explain this, right? I think I don't explain it enough. Let me explain this. Why do I call altcoins scams? Majority of these altcoins, when they launch, they get massive funding in fiat, right? So some VC, some hedge fund or whatever, some big group, could be Coinbase, could be Galaxy Digital, could be anybody, right? They invest into these coins, into these projects with cash. Not Bitcoin, not Ethereum, cash, right? And for investing, they obviously get a certain portion of the coins as an investor. Now, they bought it for cash. Remember what I'm about to say, cash. So the coin comes and launches, right? And they got all these coins, they bought it for pennies, and they dump it on you. So it's VCs, hedge funds, they come along and they dump their portion of the share for profit, sometimes 10, 20, 30, 100x more profit with their fiat money. And then you buy with your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. Bitcoin and your Ethereum. So isn't that a scam? If the same company sold it for fiat, do you know what? I would have called them a scam. You had your investors come in with fiat, good luck, great, right? So why can't I come in with fiat? That's my argument. Why can't I invest? If it's a decentralized open platform, every Tom, Dick and Harry, his mother, his grandfather and his fucking grandchild, excuse my language, should be able to invest in it. Why are we not able to invest in it? Why is there restrictions? So if I see a restriction, it's a scam, full stop. So I hope that kind of makes sense to you. That's what they want. They just want your Bitcoin, right? They're offloading the Bitcoin. That's what they're doing. They want your Bitcoin, they want your Ethereum. They're all scams, full stop. But right now it's a different story. Even though those scam coins will make you more money, will make you more BTC. So I hope it kind of makes sense to you. Honestly, when I talk about these shit coins and scam coins, right, I do get angry. That's why I kind of swear. Sorry about that, but it was pure anger coming out because I see something that a lot of people don't see. You got to understand what's going on, right? And my argument is why should VCs have the first pick? Why can't a decentralized protocol be open for everybody? Open source for everybody to invest, regardless whether they got a penny or they got 1,000 or 1,000,000 or whatever. It doesn't matter. Anybody could invest. That's how a project should be. That's what decentralization is. It's open for the world, everybody. Nobody controls it. But when you've got projects controlling it and giving, you know, half of their their coins to VCs for cash money, that's control. That's control, and I ain't going into those controls. That's a scam. Anyway, other than that, I hope this video was informative. I'll catch you guys on another one. Like, share, subscribe with another. What the hell is wrong with you people? Subscribe. If you're watching this, subscribe. I'll see you on another one. Take care. Bye bye.